Wait, where do you think you're going?
Oh, I was just leaving.
But we haven't agreed who gets our stuff.
Yeah, the camera's mine.
Yeah, like, what's your plan? Do you even have a plan?
My plan is to just leave, but use your camera and have you all on my show, but not have to do anything myself.
Hello and welcome.
To episode 70
Of the...
David Frankal Show. I'm David Frankal, but you already knew that.
I'm Ellie and I'm his best friend. I'm Ellie and I ruin jokes and explain things badly.
And these, you haven't seen them before, are Kim and Hadassah. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
I'm Kim, I'm the iconic gay of the group, and I'm better than all of you.
I'm Hadassah. My favourite word is immolation. My favourite kind of tea is green. My favourite memes are self-deprecating. And if this episode doesn't look like a potato, that's because it's filmed in my house with my brother's equipment.
Unlike when last time we filmed half in Naomi's house with Naomi's camera, and that was shocking.
Was that a camera or was it a potato?
I think
it was
it's
a potato camera.
9 out of 10 scientists can't tell the difference.
So it's been almost 2 months since the last episode of the David Frankal Show, and we were originally going to do a special themed on sick form, which Ellie and I have just started, but we have these two here instead. So we are going to do, we're just going to kind of discuss what has been going on over the past 2 months in the political world and things like that. To anybody living under a rock, don't worry, the last 2 months have been mostly uneventful, nothing much has happened, and everything is fine.
Which is useful because I'm the one living under the metaphorical rock, so...
So, we need to explain to Hadassah what's been going on over the past 2 months. Trump. All things Trump, and everything is Trump.
Wait, can I guess?
The stupid transgender military ban.
Oh, well, I have a lot to say on that subject.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our resident trans umbrella
Gay,
person.
amazing
The point...
person.
The fundamental issue with it is that there is no point in it. It is just... There's no benefit whatsoever. You're just turning away soldiers who want to fight for your country. And the argument that it actually costs the militaries a lot of money is completely ludicrous, given that, according to CNN at least, 0.017% of the, at most, of the military expenditure last year was spent on transgender people. 0.017%!
Such a statistic.
It's clear that he's only doing it because it's something that Obama put in, and he then has to reverse it because screw everything Obama's ever done.
Well, Obama left, it's Obama's fault. Thanks, Obama.
Wait, so continuity-wise, I'm taking these off because my glasses keep steaming up when I drink tea, so they might go back on.
Yeah, and can I also say, the US military spends roughly $41.6 million annually on Viagra, which is roughly 5 times the amount it would spend on transgender transition-related surgery.
And those are the hard facts.
Oh my god!
So, although the ban is stupid and pointless and ultimately just a FU to Obama, its long-lasting effects on the future of our planet probably pale in comparison to Trump's wish to pull out of the Paris Agreement, the only agreement in which almost the entire world has actually ever agreed to something. And it's Trump who's the one who's pulling out. I mean, even North Korea agreed to it. But Trump is like, oh no, planet doesn't matter, our jobs are more important, we want more coal mines. I feel like we just kind of let that one slip with the Paris Agreement, when I think that is probably the worst thing Trump has actually done so far.
Do you know what I hate about it? It's kind of like saying, I don't believe in climate change. I think that what we're all doing is trying to make a better world for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, climate change denial is just stupid. Like, it's probably one of the most unanimous things that scientists agree on is the fact that climate change is real and it's because of humans.
But it's also the idea if climate change isn't real, then what are we doing wasting time trying to make the world a better place?
We can look at it on the other hand, where we end up destroying the world and therefore the civilizations fall into anarchy and Trump loses power. So, you know.
Well, no, because the scary thing for me is if the world
ruling or complete anarchy.
No, same thing. If the world, sorry,
No, it's the opposite. Anarchy means like It's the opposite.
Huh?
Conformity
Anarchy is
masquerading as
Is
anarchy.
that Trump ruling or
Synonyms.
complete anarchy?
It's two opposite ends of the scale.
No.
Anarchy is just chaos, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anarchy is the lack of leadership, while
Anyway.
Trump is this. Well, I mean, I say that, but I mean, Trump isn't really the authoritarian here. He's just a puppet for the big, scary Republicans behind him.
Hey,
He's
why
a puppet for the
some of
Illuminati, Bush
Some of which work for oil companies.
How about we play a game? How about we play a game called Let's Not Mention Trump for about 7 minutes at a time?
No.
Right, okay. Brexit.
No.
Theresa May. The Manchester Conference.
I asked Kimberly who the first female Prime Minister of England
I got
was.
confused. I
She,
completely forgot.
she said Theresa May.
I completely forgot.
To be honest, I like to
I don't
kind of
care
block,
about politics.
I like to try and block Maggie Thatcher from memory.
But, like, they
She
are
was-
they are kind of the same person, so it's
No,
that's stupid.
Theresa May is much more
No,
of a
Margaret
Cameronite.
Thatcher screwed over the
I'd say.
North. Oh wait, can I say that?
Yeah.
Screwed over. How much can I say? Am I allowed to?
You said
Swear,
that,
just
say
bleep,
crap.
I think Margaret Thatcher ruined the North, but really helped the South, and Theresa May is just ruining everyone equally. I have no idea what I'm talking about, by the way. I could be. I don't politics.
Like,
Neither does Theresa May. All things mad in the world of transport, planes and trains are all going to so, for example, Ryanair. My mum was almost stranded in Budapest, actually, very close, but her flight, thankfully, was not one of the ones who were cancelled in
we've created
Ryanair's
a new
mass
phrase.
cancellations.
A new phrase. I've been monarched.
Yes. Although for Ryanair passengers, having flights cancelled doesn't actually make their day that much worse than if their Ryanair flight were to go ahead. Monarch, on the other hand, just ceased to exist. What is Monarch? Monarch doesn't exist.
I
It's
have
gone.
no idea what we're
It's
talking about, by the way.
There was an airline called Monarch, and it
Kind
went,
of
it went
like-
out of business.
Something about planes.
And okay, Hadassah, I know you've not been keeping up with the world of planes and trains, but the weather's been pretty weird this week. Have you noticed that, at least?
Red
I
sky
haven't gone outside.
night.
Storm
Much?
Brian.
Storm Brian.
No, hang on, I have a poem that I've stolen from the last leg.
Oh, Jesus.
Red sky at night, shepherd's delight. Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning.
Sailor's warning.
Shepherd's
Actually,
warning.
it's sailor's warning.
Whatever.
Okay, this has
And
been
red
passed down in
sky-
my family for generations.
Red
and it's
sky in the
sailor's warning.
afternoon, we're all gonna die.
Actually, I do know this because Dodie was supposed to be having a concert.
Dodie Clark.
Yeah, Dodie.
Doddle waddle.
Doddle Waddle.
Doddle
She was
waddle.
supposed to be having a concert in Ireland, but it got cancelled because of the storm, so I'm aware.
Storm Brian.
Ex-Hurricane Ophelia. No, Storm Brian was last night, and Ophelia was
Wait,
on
that was
Monday.
a
My mum said to me, she goes,
Yes,
don't
did
get
you not
caught in
notice?
Brian.
No, I didn't notice that was
It's
a
the
storm.
funniest name, Storm Brian.
I noticed there was
I know.
It's the
rain.
most unthreatening thing. It's like Storm
Ah,
Ophelia
run,
sounds really
run,
stressing,
run, it's
and then it's just
Brian.
like Storm Brian.
In fairness, we were not
At least
that
it's not
touched.
Storm Dave.
We were not hit that much by Storm
Ah,
Brian. It was mostly in the south of England.
Tell
But-
that to me walking to work this morning.
But Ophelia affected mostly Ireland, and we in Manchester had the red sun and red sky. And does anybody put extra points to anybody who knows?
Bing, 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 bing.
I didn't even hear the end of the bloody question.
This isn't part of the quiz, but you know. Go on.
What?
It was actually the sand from the Sahara.
It was,
I
and
know that.
also
Well,
'cause
maybe
of
I
the-
would have got it right if I
Geography
could have
told
heard
me.
the end of the
Do you
bloody
know
question.
what?
also
You,
the
oh,
wildfires
maybe I know the answer.
in Portugal were also part of the colour of it. So that's some of what's been going on. Any other major news stories want to discuss?
Yeah, so basically what's happened is people are finally realising to what extent sexual harassment is an issue since the Me Too tag was trending. Who was it? Who was it?
Me
that was
Too,
that
the
tag?
worst Meghan Trainor song.
I
Wait,
would like
could
to
someone
point
please
something out.
clarify for me?
So basically,
Yes,
hang on, I'm going to
shocker.
search this up.
Big Hollywood producers sometimes like to abuse power.
No, that's not what we're talking about. Hang on.
Oh, because I could have added a helpful
Problem
anecdote, but
I
I
found
got
with
catcalled
our
recently.
school. I was reading the homework diary because I have no life and I'm sad and I like to laugh at it. And it actually says, so for sexual harassment, you get I think you get to come in Sunday morning. If you push a member of staff, you can get possibly expelled for life. So apparently, pushing someone is worse than sexual harassment, which I completely disagree with.
The hashtag #MeToo, started by the US actress Alyssa Milano,
Yeah.
yeah,
Alyssa Milano.
went trending on Twitter, and millions of people were responding, and I think people, especially men, kind of realised to the extent, like, you know, sexual harassment is such a problem.
It's quite eye-opening, yeah. Quite a lot of responses from
and
all
I
sorts
also-
of unexpected places.
Yeah, and I also wanted to say, like, it's not just things like, you know, obviously they're the biggest issues, things like rape and like
It's
actual
micro-
sexual harassment, but
Microaggressions.
yeah, smaller
small
things
everyday
like walking
microaggressions.
home and getting beeped at by like a sneering lad in a car. Like it's not nice.
I
Like-
don't understand why people do that. Like, you're in a car and
Like I
you're
don't know if that's
driving
happened to you. I'm sure it has.
I actually can't tell if someone's yelling an anti-Semitic slur or trying to hit on me.
Same. No, but look, and
Which
also
one-
like
which one
guys
do you prefer?
screaming. This guy screaming from across the street. I once had a 40-year-old man. This was like 2 years ago, so I was like 14. Like must have been about 40. This guy so was looking me up and down and sneering. And I kind of gave him a look like, "What on earth are you doing?" He was just checking you out, love. What? All we're trying to say is that it's actually such a big issue and it's so important
It is a very big issue.
that everyone, including women, because there are a lot of women who also don't know how big of an issue it is, but also, you know, men also, and you know, it's such a big issue and people need to be aware of it.
What bugs me is how the media are like, oh, so many celebrities are being sexually assaulted. It's not just celebrities.
Yeah, it's everyone.
It happens in everyday life, but these people, it's
Yeah.
not noticed.
In
because
every
they're not
culture, in every
celebrities.
religion,
Because
and,
they're
like
not
it's not
famous.
specific. Never in the history of ever has a woman been yelled at from across the street and gone, "Yeah, I think I'll date him."
Someone yells
I
at
think the conclusion of this is that the world is a terrible place. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, don't be an asshole.
Simple as.
We're all just
Put it on a t-shirt.
suck into
We are
a
all
camera.
just assholes. As is traditional in David Frankal Show guest special, we are going to do a buzz quiz based on some recent events from the internet and the news.
Buzz quiz point 2.
Just to clarify, because buzz quizzes can often get unnecessarily competitive, Coco, I need to
Or a
lay down
special
some
one.
ground rules. Whoever buzzes first gets to answer the question. If two people buzz at the same time, whoever has the least amount of points gets to answer the question. If the person who buzzed first cannot answer the question, it goes either to whoever buzzed at the same time, or whoever has the least number of points in the entire game, if it was just them. Are we all clear? Good,
We need
let's
to
begin.
pick buzzers.
Yes.
Buzz.
Ding dong.
Question 1. During Theresa May's Conservative conference in Manchester... Yes, the answer is F. The question was, which letter fell off first behind Theresa May's head?
Compassion and strength that was shared around the globe.
Question 2. In the Trump transgender military story, how many minutes did Trump wait before the first and second tweet?
Bing bong. Ding dong.
Ellie.
42.
That is incorrect. Any other guesses?
20.
That is incorrect. The answer was 9.
Was it because he has such small hands?
It takes you so long to tie.
Question 3. As of the general election last June, who is the new leader of UKIP?
Ding dong.
Ellie.
Well, I don't know what his name is, but I do know he used to be a Lib Dem, and I must say that was one hell of a transition.
Well, the correct answer to that was nobody knows and nobody cares.
That is the slogan for our country. No one knows. No one cares.
Question 4. What nickname did Donald Trump give to Kim Jong-un this
Ding
month?
dong.
Ellie.
Rocket Man.
That is correct. Well, I mean, telling you it was Little Rocket Man, but I'll give you it. Question 5. In what year did the Korean War officially end?
Ding dong.
Ellie.
That's a trick question. It hasn't ended. There's still at war.
Very good. Well, there was a ceasefire in 1953, although no peace treaty was ever signed. Therefore, technically, North and South Korea are still at war.
As you can tell, we're really following along here and totally know what's going on.
Question 6. What did Secretary of State Rex Tillerson call Donald Trump this month?
Ding dong.
Ellie.
An idiot.
Incorrect.
Sorry,
Kim.
is it Oompa Loompa?
That is also incorrect. The
Yeah.
answer, well, it's still under dispute, but the answer was either a moron or a moron. Question 7. Jax Films owns a $1 dog and a $10,000 dog, but which one is which?
Ding dong.
Ellie.
Is Klondike? No, it's Sunday. The $10,000 dog.
That is incorrect.
Klondike's the 10,000.
It was
The
50-50.
expensive one.
She guessed it wrong, therefore you
I
do
got
not
it
get
right.
that point.
Oh,
You don't
come
get
on.
that point.
I got it right still.
Question 8. What did we make Taylor Swift do?
Ding dong.
Ellie.
We made her throw a hissy fit and make a video about it.
That is incorrect. The answer was lead the strike against Chorus with Melody. Question 8. In one emoji, describe the government's current Brexit strategy.
Ding dong.
Ellie. That is correct!
No. The poo emoji.
No.
Question 10. How many days has it been since Article 50 was triggered? A. 193, B. 207, or C. 223?
Ding dong.
Ellie.
223.
That is incorrect.
1. I mean.
1. It's not. It's been more than 1 day.
No, I mean question A,
I mean,
the
must-
first choice.
That is also incorrect.
Oh.
Don't even think about it.
Don't even think about.
Bonus question 11. What's the point?
Ding
Just-
dong.
What's the point?
What's the point?
Another bonus question. Question 12. You guys are Harry Potter fans, right?
Yes.
Could somebody please tell me, what is Quidditch?
Ding dong.
It's explanations, explanations, explanations! With that.
Welcome back to my face. I'm very sorry. It's Explanations with Ellie. Now, what does the word Quidditch mean? Well, have you ever been running away from a bank with a bag of money? And you know when you realise that if you don't drop the bag of money, then something very bad will happen? Well, that is called a Quidditch.
So for our next game, I'm going to give each of you £10,000. We're going to be playing Place Your Bet, where we imagine the world in 6 months' time, on the 22nd of April 2018. There are 5 questions, and each question has a pot of cash. You will guess your answers to each question, and depending on how confident you are, put in a certain amount of money into that pot. And in 6 months' time, when we find out who's right, you get the money in the pot. Just to clarify, none of the money is real, and you have to spend all of it. Let's play Place Your Bets. Question 1. Who is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom?
Can I place my bet on...
You don't need to buzz for this. You
I-
all answer.
Can I place my bet
I know, that
on
wasn't me buzzing, that was
the
just me
boring
switching.
option, but I'm going to go with Miss May.
And how much money are you willing to put on that?
5,000.
So I'm gonna.
Wait, how many questions
also
are
place
there?
a bet.
5.
Okay, 5,000, yeah.
You're putting half of your money on the
Wait,
first
how
question.
much should we have?
10,000.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna put
I'll put
1,000.
3,000.
3,000.
Wait, when we put our money down, are we allowed to
Yes, you can change at the end if you
Okay.
want.
I'm gonna also make a bet on this. 1,000. A potted plant, and no one's gonna know the difference because neither of them do anything.
You know what? I'm actually going to join you on this.
I'm going to do 1k as well.
On what?
On Theresa May.
Theresa May.
Besides, even if she doesn't get all the votes, she'll probably just be in office anyway.
I'm going to go controversial and say Jeremy Corbyn.
But,
and I'm going to place 2k.
Wait, Theresa May lost an election and still
She
stayed in
lost
office.
the majority.
Yeah.
She technically won the election,
So,
but she did
so
terribly.
by making that joke,
You are vaguely topical.
good, because I just said that joke
That should be
blindly.
the
Question 2.
My friends
Who
are
is the
bad.
President of the United States of America?
I'm going to place a reluctant bet on
Oh wait, I keep
Mike
forgetting to.
Pence.
And how much will you bet on that?
2 grand.
I'm gonna place another £1,000 on another houseplant.
I'm going to place £1,000 on it still being Trump because I don't think he'll do anything stupid enough to be impeached. But I would love to think that the American public in general just votes to have Obama back for a 3rd term.
I'm also going to put 1k on Trump not moving because even if he does get impeached, we don't win because there's just a long line of terrible people behind him. Question 3. What country / celebrity / news organisation is the United States currently at war with?
Korea.
North Korea.
Although, if that's true, then it means that we probably won't be here in 6 months' time.
Hopefully Justin Bieber.
I want to run upstairs, get the Cards Against Humanity set, and pull out the card, The Gaze.
Oh, can we play Cards Against Humanity?
I'm going to guess Jennifer Lawrence. Question 4. What do we know about Brexit?
I'm gonna place a
5k.
bet on
5k, nothing.
Hadassah?
2.
2.
What do we know about Brexit? Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and put 2k on nothing.
I'm tempted to go with that as well, but because I want to win money, I'm going to go with that we know it's probably going to end up more like Norway.
I changed my answer. Sorry, I'm going to put 2k on that. We will definitely know that we will probably, at some point in the future, start thinking about leaving the EU.
I am going to put 2k down on saying we know not too much to actually have an educated conversation about it, but just enough to aggravate the public.
So for the final question, Ellie, you have 1k left. Hadassah, you have spent 5k, so you have 5k left. Kim, you have 2k left, and I have 3k left, but after we've answered this, we can change our previous bets, but not our previous answers. Question 5. Who's on strike this month? Place your bets.
Junior doctors. 2k on junior doctors and take 1k off of the Pence one.
1k on the plants that replaced Trump and Theresa May in my previous answer.
Wasted all your money.
Hadassah.
Me. 5k, me. I'm
Well,
striking.
that's not fair. She can just make
We're
herself.
all on strike
We're all on strike.
from life. We're on strike from being gay.
I'm going with the obvious choice of all the trains. And the winner of that game was...
Me.
Who knows? We'll find out in 6 months' time. Before we move on to some questions and answers, well, this was originally going to be a sixth form themed thing, so we're going to discuss... Ellie, you have 1 minute to describe the differences between sixth form and normal school.
Starting
And
one.
go.
So basically, sixth form is like hell, but worse hell than what is previously being considered hell, because now it's hell with added hell. Basically, essays. I know I did it to myself. I know I took all essay subjects, but it's still essays and stress and no time for anything. And yeah,
Where are you going?
No.
Do you have a plan for leaving?
you've disrupted my minutes.
Keep going.
And I think that hell pretty much just sums it up. Although I do have a politics teacher, so that's fine.
This isn't English. This is a Danish comic book.
Yeah, it is.
Ditto.
Kim, Hadassah, describe GCSEs. Why are they
I can do it in one
I
word.
forgot.
That's not a word.
I
forgot.
I forgot
Interpret
what
it
they're
the
like.
way you want.
Hadassah, what's GCSEs like?
I used to find joy in life. Now, we got pulled into an office, group by group, and told that we should have less of a social life.
Shut down your social
Yeah,
lives.
we
Shut down your social life!
Yeah,
So
we got the
that's-
talk.
We've got to, no,
social
we're not allowed to have
life.
a social life, we're not allowed to have a job, we're not allowed to learn to drive.
Yeah,
Okay,
until
right.
June 2019.
Right, okay.
I just want to say something. We got told to cancel our social lives. I don't have a social life, but if I did, I wouldn't want to cancel it.
Okay.
What are
Wait,
we then?
edit.
Like potted puppets?
Edit
Yes.
all of this. We got pulled into an office, group by group, and we were basically instructed, get rid of your social life. Because if you have 40% effort on your schoolwork and 60% on your social life, you can take away the effort from the social life and focus on your work and getting A stars and nice.
So, before we leave, we're just going to do a quick Q&A using some comments from Twitter and YouTube and Instagram, although we didn't actually get any Twitter responses, so YouTube and Instagram. Robert99UK wants to know, can I have a cookie?
Yes,
No.
David will insert one here.
No.
Here, here's your cookie.
I actually have a lot of cookies, which no one's going to eat. So
I
yeah.
will eat. I've told you this.
Some commenter wants to know that why is Ellie so amazing?
I mean, what can I say?
I think that's a mistake.
Said
Oh, who's firing shots now?
Said no one ever.
Wow. Are you sure it's not just a typo?
Yeah. Moving on to YouTube. Just for clarification, I said on YouTube, please leave some questions below. And the first comment I got was, some questions below. Real clever.
I applaud you, sir.
It deserves one clap.
The next question
Still
is
applaud
from
you.
Yo-Yo Trains, and he wants to know, what's your fave train, and have you subscribed to me? If you haven't, please do. Hadassah, have you subscribed to Yo-Yo Trains?
No.
Have you subscribed to Yo-Yo Trains?
Yes.
Have you subscribed to Yo-Yo Trains?
I'm just imagining a train on a yo-yo.
What's your favourite train?
Ones which
None.
move.
Well, none of them, because they're all on strike. Do you like buses and planes other than trains? Now, I know what this question is trying to ask, but grammatically it makes it sound like a train is a type of bus and plane, which it isn't. But do you like buses and
An
planes?
Airbus.
No.
My
Rail
favourite,
replacement bus.
my favourite airway is Monarch Airlines.
I've got bad news for you.
I actually.
They're not dead, not yet, just like mine.
I actually
Never really gonna die.
I hate the bus.
My favourite airline is
I hate
Ryanair
humans.
because they have recently been cancelling flights, making the whole experience better for everyone.
And I would say planes are a special form of hell for me. I don't have plane
Planes
anxiety. I
are
don't have a
meant
fear
for
of
birds.
planes, but I hate travelling, and planes are mean.
I hate people, so just going outside isn't good for me. So,
The Liberal Duck wants to know, Class 220 or Class 180?
class 74.
That is not one of the two options. Just to clarify,
Well-
because I know you might not know what those are, a Class 180 is a Cradia Adolente and a Class 220 is a Voyager.
To clarify.
What's a
I hope that
Voyager?
helps. A Voyager, it's a type of train.
What's a train?
It's a thing that goes. I'm going
No,
to
that's
go
what
with
you do
Class
with
180 because Class 180s aren't Class 220s. We have a question from somebody called Grell Sutcliffe, and it's
Who
a
is
question
that?
for Kim.
Wonder who that could be.
What's it like being so handsome?
Well, Mr. Grell Sutcliffe, you sound like an
They'll
amazing
tell you
person.
when they find out.
Shut up.
Chilton006 wants to know, when are you going to release Train News 9?
Never.
When are you going to release Train News 9?
Never.
Yeah, man.
Hadassah, when are you going to release Train News 9? Even though it's the
I'll
most,
release-
it's the most requested series on your channel, and yet you consistently
I will
refuse to upload
release
it. Instead
it
of
when
refusing things
Kimberly
that
admits that
uploading things
she
that
is
nobody cares
secretly
about.
Grell Sutcliffe.
You are. What is your favourite
Admit it.
Metrolink section/line?
The Altrincham line, because I'm a figure skater and it has Silver Blades ice rink at the end.
By the way, I did
The
not
one
know.
to
I've known
bury.
her, known her for the last 5 years, never knew she was a figure skater.
Mine is also the Altrincham
I don't
line.
even know these people, they kidnapped me.
Mine is also the Altrincham line because of the
Who would
art.
kidnap you?
Because of the fancy architecture. Unfortunately, we did not get any questions from Twitter because nobody cares about my
No
Twitter.
one likes you,
So
and you don't have any followers.
that
I don't
is
like you. Sorry.
that is the end of our Q&A, and by extension, the end of the show.
What a shame! Oh, no, sorry.
Next week is Train News 9, and the week after is the next episode of the David Frank Show. Have you all enjoyed
There's your answer. Train News 9 coming
being
next
on?
week.
Was this fun? This was
No.
a mistake.
I
Really
regret
was
it.
a mistake.
Don't touch me.
You guys might enjoy laughing at our pain, but you don't know what it's like to be here. It's like a battleground, especially with this person.
I
You've been
think-
picking on me for
I think
ages.
now would be a good time to end. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Hi, I'm David. Nice to meet you. What's your name again?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, who am I? Who is this weirdo?
Who are you? What are you doing on my channel? En France, de nouvelles lignes à grande vitesse a été récemment ouverte pour relier Paris avec Bordeaux et Rennes. En même temps, la SNCF a décidé de changer l'image de TGV, qui s'appellera désormais Inouï.